I am the king. I am the king. I am the king.
Hey, welcome in. I'm Stephion.
It's your boy Nico. What's poppin'?
We are the official kings of the village. Welcome to episode number 6. We are so delighted because we got so much going on. The world is falling apart. People are still licking each other's face. People want to go outside and swim. People want to go outside and be fucking raw. And Corona is still present. Also, little Boosie, Nico, is celebrating the fact that grown women has performed relationships on his boys. Would that be okay if dudes was doing it to his daughter?
Shout out to Boosie's kids.
I mean, like, we're not celebrating that. No, that's what? Also, Little Baby was the biggest songwriter in the U.S. in Q1. Now, shout out to Little Baby, not to be confused with Da Baby. And then also, Tyra Banks being dubbed as the mean girl. We will explain that. Plus, Wendy Williams.
I am the king and will not be.
Is she high? Is she stoned or is she dis-depressed? And then, Kanye West, Nico. People, his former team describing him as being an asshole, being weird, being nuts, being crazy, being militant, and being aggressive.
Don't forget a billionaire.
Oh, and a billionaire. I act that way, and I got $13 in my account. I am ballistic. And if that wasn't a motherfucking enough, guess what we got? We got somebody that we both adore and care about. We got Tony Bravo on the line.
Yo.
What's poppin'? Hey, Kings of the Village.
Tony, welcome to the show.
What up?
Tony, welcome to the motherfucking show. Now, Tony, let me tell you a little bit about him, and then I'm going to let him tell you some more stuff about him. He's going to sit with us for the entire hour and go through these topics about little Boosie's kids getting head from some 37-year-old woman, Wendy being coked out like normal. None of the shit's new. So, but Tony is a YouTube sensation from Los Angeles, California. He got this fabulous YouTube page. He's going to tell us about it in a bit. But he just recently moved to Black Hollywood in ATL. Congratulations to Tony. Good for you. We caught him right before he's about to go for his annual bike ride. You know, he's a fitness guru, 6-pack and beautiful, living the dream. He's with his family. Tony, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, Stephion. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. What's up, Nico? How you feeling?
What up, boss? How's it living in Atlanta, man? What's it looking like?
It's chilling. It's quiet. You know, they letting people out from being in jail for at least, 60 days or whatnot. But it's going cool. It's going cool.
Hold on, I want to hear about this. Why are they letting people out? What is because of the COVID-19 and people are touching each other, men having relation? Like, what are they doing?
I don't know about all that, but there was some stuff going on with the governor saying that it was okay to, let people out to hang out, well, not hang out, but for the businesses to reopen, like the nail shops, the basic businesses, certain food places. You couldn't eat in. You could probably take out to go and go get your nails done. I got my booty hole waxed today. So, shout out to me for getting that done. But I know the mayor, she was against The mayor, she was against it. So it's kind of like this back and forth. But people are coming out. The traffic picking up more, stuff like that. Because I know when I moved here from L.A., the traffic was real quiet. Nobody was really on the freeway. Now that you know that they got the hold off of the city, people are out more and everything. So
well, congratulations to y'all, man, because Florida apparently didn't get the memo and it didn't turn out that well for them. So
because it was like 2,500 new cases in Florida,
but 24 hours.
Yeah, so listen. Well, but black people we don't like touching that much anyway, so we're not gonna be in everybody's face. So maybe that has something to do with it. So maybe y'all, colored folks in the South, or y'all know how to do it better. Y'all got something different in y'all chicken grease.
I mean, I'm not
in the
part of
water.
the South. I'm transplant. I just moved here, so I still got my mask on. I'm still, protecting myself. I'm practicing social distance and everything. So I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are moving too fast out here, but that's not
That's
hard.
Atlanta. I mean, don't be surprised.
That's not my fault.
Definitely not surprised.
I mean-
Y'all move fast in every
Don't be
capacity.
surprised.
Y'all move fast with a whole bunch of stuff. We ain't gonna call nobody
I've
out.
been to Atlanta a few times.
Yeah.
For Little Day weekend
It
and all
sound
that.
like you calling somebody out. I don't know. I'm just saying from the tone of your voice, but I don't know.
Well, I
Some
would say
people
it's a
are
lot.
being
Listen,
safe.
it's a lot of
people
fuck
do have
sluts
their
there,
masks on. A lot of people are protecting themselves, but
and y'all still
I think
sucking dick though.
overall, the state is moving too fast.
And the boys got dick in their
So,
mouth.
question: I get everybody wearing these masks and everything, but is it really helping? Like, if you could smell somebody's food through your mask, is it really preventing a disease or virus that's going out? Or is it more of a fashion statement? You know, black people turn anything to a fashion
my
statement.
God. Yes, y'all
I'm seeing
do.
head pieces with the mask to
Gucci.
match. I'm like, oh my gosh. Do y'all want to survive or do y'all want to die in luxury?
Y'all gonna die in luxury. That's what we've always done. That.
Fuck. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
We do everything in
We turn
luxury.
anything into money. Like, look, we know we dying tomorrow, but look, I got this Gucci mask
I got
for
this.
you.
5 for 10,
Okay,
2 for 10,
okay.
8 for 10, 5 for 9. On the corner, we be in front of Walmart on 74th Street.
You buy two, you get a free toilet tissue roll.
Wow. Now,
okay.
listen,
Look,
if you give
I
me a
need
free
that-
roll of toilet
I
paper,
need
I'll buy a
that
mask.
toilet tissue.
Right.
I need that toilet tissue.
Exactly. But
So-
that's good, man. Congrats.
Congrats to those that are just tuning in. Tony Bravo from Los Angeles, California. Now in the ATL, he'll probably be working for Tyler Perry Studios pretty soon. You know, Tyler Perry's about to open if he hasn't already. I think Tyler Perry opened Wednesday, or he will be opening this week to do those raggedy ass BET shows. With lackluster content. Yeah, I said it. I'll never work for him. Maybe if I expose myself, because he likes the boys. He gets down with the boys. You feel me? So maybe I have a shot if you see this booty hole. So, tell us about the start of Tony Bravo. When I got to Los Angeles myself, somehow I discovered him. And I went to this page and I seen him eating food and doing all this funny stuff. And he knows, and if he remembers, I'm talking about you, Tony. If you remember my favorite day of the week, you have this special every day of the week that I love. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Friday.
It's Friday. He has this Friday morning special where he wakes his kings and queens up and has inspirational messages. Tony, walk us through, first of all, what made you start the Instagram, the YouTube, become a sensation, and then how you built this platform of how people look forward to seeing you on Friday morning and just looking forward to see you eating. What inspired you to do all this?
I'm not really sure what inspired me. I think a lot of people had complimented me a lot on definitely how I eat food on camera. I don't get it, but they like how I can definitely describe how the food tastes and the presentation of the food and just basically giving my personality on the review. And my Friday messages come from just me being positive because I like to uplift people and motivate them. With a lot going on, maybe, for example, like the COVID or anything other people got going on in their lives, I like to just be inspirational and motivating in order for people to know that they can just continue to press on. Shit be getting rough, but you still got to do your thing and handle your business and just make it happen.
Understand. So,
That's really it.
oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah. So, what is your recording schedule like? What's that like?
Right now, I record probably 2 times a week. I work a lot. I still have like a whole job. So,
Tell me about it.
I'm still out here grinding, doing my thing.
Shout out
but
to the essential
I
workers.
record 2 times a week.
2 times a week. So what is the process? Walk me through the process. Okay, you say you're going to record. Do you go in this space like I do? Because, Nico and I, we just put a big-ass calendar together, and we're like, bro, we are planned out for the next 2 or 3 months. So, like, every day feel like it's filled up for us. And we're essential workers as well. So do you go into this quiet room, or you do it while you're taking a shit, and you sketch out stuff? What is the planning like? Like, how do I become a YouTube, Instagram sensation?
I meditate a lot. And I'll just kind of, be secluded to myself. Since I work so much, I don't really have time to just interact with a lot of people. So I'll use that time in between to focus on my videos and everything and put stuff together. Like randomly, I'll pick a restaurant and one day just go pick the food out and review it and shit, make the video. So it's not really too much. I just got to be in the mood to do it, honestly.
Right. I mean, who don't love to eat?
Right, that part. I definitely do.
When I tell you, listen, the times we hung out, this dude, he don't just eat. Like, for me, like, yeah, I like to eat, and I'm probably bigger than everybody in the room, but I'm not like an essential eater. Like, I don't have to have the steaks and artichoke dip and the caviar on crackers, on wheat bread. I'm good with just a sandwich and some good chips. But this dude, he does market value menus. And if you don't know what that means, market value menus in California is whatever it is on the market. Your plate could be $100 that day or $200, depending on the market value of the fresh fish or the fresh cod or the smoked caviar with the pink ladles. Like, depending on what you get, this is how he eats. And this ain't no, like, facade. Like, on a Wednesday, he's like, oh, I'm about to take you somewhere. I'm about to show you where this place is. I'm like, I got $13 in my account. Where we going? Right. So, cause he ain't no Taco Bell, Wendy type motherfucker. Like, you gotta, like, be legit. So then there's LA rent, there's LA car, LA parking, LA taxes, LA road rage, LA toll booths, and then market fucking value meals. Tony, you say what?
Now, I need your audience to know Stephion definitely does not have $13 in his account. Let's clarify that right now for all the viewers and listeners of this village. Exactly. You know, Stephion is balling, y'all. Don't let him fool you, okay? This is his side gig. He brings in the money. He definitely brings in the money. I'm the one struggling.
Yeah, okay. So
look, I'm the aspiring artist over here, okay?
Yeah, but when y'all pretty like you and Nico, y'all don't have to work that hard because people will always pay y'all rent and y'all car payment and your car insurance. Like, I don't know that Nico has really ever needed to work. So it is nice when you have people just, Daddy, what can I buy you? I don't know what that is. Mine is the opposite. Mine is like, Daddy, what you gonna buy me and us and my two kids?
Grimes, he be having Gerald Verts and
oh yeah,
he be having all of them.
Brian McKnight,
personal bartenders and chefs walking around. I'm talking about walking around the room, making sure your cup don't get empty.
I mean, it won't, and it can't even touch the counter that much.
I'm like, yo, let me get the bottle. I got it. No, because if Stephion sees anything out of the order, he's going to kick me out.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm like, yeah, give me the bottle. I'll pay for it.
But however, I don't have a chef. This fucker over here, Nico, has a chef who can throw the fuck down. She can do vegan. She can do soul food. She can do, what's the other cultures? Indian food. She meditates. She's pretty. And she cooks. And she's got great Tupperware. So
I'm trying to be like Nico when I grow up.
Oh yeah, clearly. Like where Nico lives opposed to where I live, yeah. We know who's winning.
I plead the fifth.
And he has more red bottoms and more labels. And he's taller. So I won't get into the other stuff he got going on. All right, tell us your page and tell us when we get to your page, what are we going to see? What's the vibe like? What are we going to see?
The vibe on my page is upbeat, going kind of vibe. It's definitely going to be a lot of energy going on. Me being fun, loud, funny, giving my charisma, my beautiful smile, my beautiful face.
Tell them where they can find you at. What's your Instagram page? What's your handle?
It's Tone Bravo. TONEBRAVOO. Kind of like Johnny Bravo. How
people got weird ways of spelling shit. Like, no, it's not with a Y, it's with an I. It's not with a W, it's with a, what's they term? You know, be having like the letter E for the number 3 for the E's and shit. It's all this weird stuff.
Yeah. So that's me, Bravo with 2 O's, like Johnny Bravo.
See, wouldn't nobody do
Bravo.
that? You cannot tell a white woman that to spell your name. She would never find you.
Wow.
I'll make sure she find out though. She gonna find me.
So it's for those again, TONEBRAVOO. That is how you find him. You can also go to the gram. It's the same way on the gram, right? It is the same way on the gram. Is that correct?
Yep.
The same way
you'll
on
see me
the
popping
gram.
Popping pussy, taking names.
He's popping pussy. He ain't got no clothes on. He's got all kind of funny ass content. It's kind of like, where were you at when you were talking about? Oh, let's just do this. Let's see if she's gonna do this.
Royal Teeth. Y'all would be so upset with me right now. Okay, let me tell you. So I just took an inventory of my underwear.
What are you doing, Stephion?
Just listen.
I got about maybe 12 good pair of cute drawers that I can like show up in, feel cute about. Bro, the other 20 dragged out loose. I gotta pull my own underwear up, bitch. I need a belt for my panties. Like, that's how fucked up they are.
I love that. I love that. That's probably one of the funniest bits he's done about the granny panties and wearing a belt around the panties just to keep them up. When I tell you this dude is funny, y'all need to check him out on Instagram. Y'all need to check him out on YouTube. When I tell you this motherfucker eat. He tests all the latest products, like when it was the chicken pot pies phase. So if you want to know what something tastes like, whether it's hot tiger sauce, this nigga eating.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, though, because people really do have those certain draws that they only pull out on the Friday, Saturday night.
No, for real.
They already know. They're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to bust a little sag. I'm going to be able to show my designer draws, but I'm going to wear the Hanes throughout the week.
That part. Man, nobody gonna be all up in this business, Monday through Thursday.
Exactly. But Friday we were pulling out the Ethicas.
Not the Ethicas.
Period.
Listen, I can't even say it right. That's when you know my ass is broke. When you can't even say, what is it? Addicts? Ethicas? Oh no.
Shout out to Wendy Williams. Shout out to the Gene Chasers.
Send me a pair, size 36. This ass is thick, bro, so I need a 36.
So that's a lot of 3 account.
Watch your mouth.
You get on that level.
$50 a pair.
I'm good with my size 36. I don't mind being thick. I would like to be a 34.1, but I'm never gonna be skinny as you and Nico, and I'm good with that. I'm doing good, so I'm happy with life. I'm gonna be thick though.
I'm gaining some weight.
Have you seen my baba? My mama thick out here. Like she take up 2 seats. She thick out here when she sit down.
Hey, right. Big booty smack. Big booties, man.
I mean,
shout out to moms. If y'all haven't, make sure y'all check out the Mother's Day special that we did. Was that episode 4? Episode 3?
Well, yeah, we made our Baba Day special, so it was really good
content. Right
y'all be wilding on this show. Hey.
I think so.
Yeah, y'all be wilding. Y'all be having me cracking up. Y'all gotta check them out. Make sure y'all download all the shows for real. They are hilarious.
Well, thank you for that. All right, listen, we're gonna try to get into some stuff.
Thank you for being.
First of all, we definitely want to thank you for being our friend. We appreciate you, by the way. But that's not what we want to get into. We want to get into to remind you, we're gonna be talking about little Boosie, Wendy Williams, and what the hell her drunk.
Always wanted to do, but Corona got in the way.
Maybe. Actually, maybe skydive. Speaking of like air things, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So there's this A-lister lawyer whose entire account has been hacked. He's got over 20-something, anyway, a big number of big clients that you know, including Gaga, Elton John.
So what you just listened to was Wendy Williams on air.
Hilarious.
So Wendy Williams has fans worried about after she appeared to slur her words on her recent episode and looked out of it on live television. People are saying they are very worried about her. She looks crazy. She looks confused. And people are going to the line and they're wearing her ass out. Somebody said, Wendy, I love you to the moon and back, but when you do a monologue, you seem lethargic and have no punch. Are you tired or what? I watch you to get happy, but I am depressed just looking at you. Somebody else said, this is hard to watch. She sounds incoherent. Somebody else also said, bye, Wendy. I don't like the way you are talking today. You look tired and your tongue is heavy while you're talking. Girl, go back to bed. And then somebody said, it's me. Is it me or is it Wendy? Is she speaking kind of slowly today or is she just stupid like always?
What's your take? How you feeling about that?
Girl, what are they doing to my girl Wendy? What happened to Wendy? Like what is?
You know what? Wendy, I don't really follow her too much, but I had kind of caught up on one of her quarantine shows the other day. And Wendy looked like she was Kokiana out. Okay,
She
like
looked like a whole panda bear.
Yeah, she
really did.
Something's definitely going on with Wendy. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what is happening to her, but I definitely feel sorry for her, sis, because something's going down with Chick.
I mean, she's handling her show cool. Like, I love how they're doing the at-home format. She switches the scenery up, but she's just looking a little bit too delayed.
How you doing?
She's a little too delayed.
What? How you doing? What? How you doing, Wendy? Jak sprawy, Wendy?
How you doing? Poor Wendy. What is going on with Chick today? Wow. All right, Tony, we got this one for you, though. This one you're going to really like. You're going to really like this one, Tony. So
I only got like maybe 10 more minutes.
That's all we need for this.
That's all we need.
That's all we need for this. All right. So your boy, because this is one I really want to hear your feedback on. Because you know what I mean? You love the kids, right? So Lil Boosie done lost all his mind. He didn't have much because he does probably every drug. But Boosie admits to having grown women perform sexual activities on his sons and nephews, posted them on his Twitter, and is a very proud pop, uncle, friend to these little boys who look like little boys. I'm not going to publicize his account because he's disgusting. But the question of the day is, why do we celebrate that? And would we celebrate if Little Boosie took to the line like, hey, I just let this 30-year-old dude finger my daughter? Why are we celebrating his sons getting head, but not his little girl getting touched? He would be stabbed to death, mutilated, and under a jail. But nobody seems to have a problem with him hooking his little kids up for sex, with these grown women. Is there a double standard?
I mean, you know, black culture. It's kind of a gray area when, you know, you got different people raising their own kids.
Right.
You do what you want to do. I don't think he should have probably vocalized that on social media because, you know, social media has taken a different turn right now, especially with the quarantine. But I think he kind of made his bed. You know, he needs to lie in it. You know, he's going to be ridiculed for that because people love their kids. And I don't know. It's just, I'm not agreeing with it because you don't know what's going on with your son now. He might just be fucked over all the way, but I wouldn't do it. So I don't agree with it.
Disgusting. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's absolutely trash.
It's
all right.
Yeah.
All right, so listen to this.
Right.
Let me see, do I have the right one up? So we're going to talk about Tyra Banks and all her antics and what she has going on, because she is now making news for being a mean person. Take a listen.
So, Danielle, you went to the dentist, but you refused to have your gap closed. Do you really think you can have a CoverGirl contract with the gap in your mouth?
Yeah, why not?
This is all people see. It's easy to reach beautiful CoverGirl. It's not marketable.
Yeah, just a little bit is okay, but I don't want to completely close it.
Well, I guess she just left the gap wide open for another girl, baby.
I agree. Excuse me. Why did you choose the cowboy hat? It's more on the simple side compared to the other hats.
I feel half African, half cowgirl. Looks like you're about to ride a giraffe. I think.
So Tyra Banks is now being dubbed as being too harsh on these girls, being a part of the women's movement, being a problem for the women's movement, and surprisingly. And recently, however, the show has been met with a lot of backlash because based off of old clips where models were forced to change or alter their physical appearance. At one episode, they had to change their color. They had to be other races and ethnicities. In today's world, because you got to remember, Tyra Banks was on like 20. The show actually started like 22 years ago. And I guess the world was more forgiving, but nowadays the people are watching reruns and people are more sensitive to cultural needs. They are reading Tyra Banks for her entire life. Well, Jay Manuel, Mr. J, the one that was on the show, the real pretty one, he's coming out in defense of like, no, we were changing that dynamic. We were going with the flow, and that's what it took to be a model. I know you got a few minutes left. What say you?
I mean, I can understand you going with the flow at the time when the show came out because, okay, yeah, I want to be a model. Ooh, I want to do this. I want to be pretty. But now that, you know, people are so much more kind of self-conscious and want to be comfortable in their skin, Tyra can't be doing no ghetto ass shit like that, bitch. Don't nobody look like you, and don't nobody want to look like you all the time. Like, maybe I just want to chill out and be fat and eat my chicken wings. Girl, like, I mean, I don't understand.
That's crazy.
So don't come to me like that. I don't need to close my gap up. I'm pretty and I'm beautiful, and I could be on CoverGirl just like this.
With a gap?
Period. With a gap.
With a gap. You can still be cute. Because there was one model that came out against Tyra. I don't know if you guys know Slick Woods. She says, me and my friends are talking about how people looked up to Tyra Banks, and everyone says she broke so many. She broke people down. She broke their spirits. And for many years, people really thought Tyra Banks was doing something for the community of models, people who would never get a shot. And now Tyra's being looked at as this demon of a person who took women back several years and really broke down a lot of women other than help them. So
she has opened a lot of doors, though.
She's opened many, listen.
As a black woman, she opened a lot of doors, too.
Oh, listen, Bankable Productions that she owns, this is a global experience. So, yeah, we can rag on her, but I'm talking about it. She ain't just America. She's in Latin, Japan. I mean, she's everywhere with this platform, giving a voice to those women. Because it's not about just becoming a supermodel, but I think she's boosting self-esteem. So I don't agree 100%. Yeah, the game is mean, but so is the world.
And it can be a plot twist to anything.
Absolutely. Tony?
It can be, yeah. I think I'm going to agree and disagree. I feel like maybe she needs to just kind of like curtail herself with the times right now. Because you want to empower all women. I might have a gap in my mouth, but niggas might like my gap.
You would never be a model with a gap in your mouth.
So
what?
I want to know that, like, do you feel that today's world is a lot more sensitive, and that's why they say the things that they say?
Tony?
I think the world is sensitive, but I think that's what's needed right now.
Really? You think we need to be sensitive in a time like this?
In my opinion, yes, because everything is too harsh on there. Like, we gotta learn how to care about each other.
They sensitive to Donald Trump. Donald Trump hurt their feelings.
This was before Donald Trump. This was before the pandemic. Like, in the last, I would say, to be like on a solid standpoint, the last 3 years have been like so emotional, and everybody, like, even where comedians can't even be themselves because they're getting
comedians
mad,
can be themselves.
That's like the last line, the last hope that we have when it comes to somebody just speaking freely on their opinion and it being joking. You're not feeling some type of way, like if they make a gay joke or they make something about politics, like, just come to laugh and enjoy and not know that they're like serious and taking it to heart. But the world we live in, it's like if somebody says something, now all of a sudden it's making CNN news the next day, and now they're like can't do no shows for the rest of the year.
Yeah, their career's canceled.
Like, wow.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I mean, it'd be like that. Find something else to laugh about.
No, but there's nothing to talk about
like
other than people's imperfection and flaws. Like, we've been making fun of motherfuckers for 100 years. Now all of a sudden, I can't say she too fat, his dick is little, I don't like his buck tooth in the front, and your career is done. Now, what I do agree with is, if you are touching and saying something inappropriately or unwarranted in the workplace or anywhere in the world or at home or getting abused, your ass should be canceled. R. Kelly or anybody else. Like your president grabbing people in the pussy and laughing about it. He should be canceled, and everybody else around that. Like Matt Laurel, like at NBC News, like his career was over when he was found guilty of being inappropriate in the work environment and anywhere else in the world. I agree with that shit. I love how social media is quick to cancel those careers, but now if you say anything on Twitter and you're a celebrity, your career's done, Nico. You are done.
I'm talking about you'll be labeled as crazy instantly. And people don't even take the time to do the proper research because they just see exactly what the first notes the first post or whatever you want to see.
That's right.
I mean, when you in those kind of situations where you in the limelight, that's your job. You need to make sure you're on your tippy toes before you put out what you put out.
That's fair.
Yeah, but you can be
if you're in the corporate world, hold on. If you're in the corporate world, you're not going to be on Twitter talking all basic and ratchet too.
Yeah, but
because your name's going to be attached to that.
You can be like Dave Chappelle and say, I'm not going to wear a dress for a movie, and now all of a sudden he's ran to Africa somewhere for 37 days.
But Dave Chappelle is also a billionaire, basically, off of making one Netflix series. He could do what the fuck he wanted to do.
But see, why do we
So
make
you
money
can't
make
compare
everything
yourself to
okay?
Dave Chappelle.
No, see, now we making money make everything okay.
That's because that's still controlling.
No. We're not making money. Stephion, you of all people should know we're not making everything okay with money. Money affords you comfortability to not give a fuck about certain things.
The Chappelle Show alone was worth $500 million or whatever it was, and then he didn't get a dime of it.
He's worth
what, the Netflix series?
Not the Netflix series, the actual show. He started getting the Netflix series and stuff after all that craziness about him going to Africa and everything.
Yeah.
But before that, before the storm had calmed down, it was a big thing about him not even touching a dime. I think he maybe got like $5 million off of what it was supposed to be. He was supposed to get like 50% of that, and he didn't because he was disagreeing with the higher ups, and they wasn't messing with him. So they painted this picture, and everybody ran with it because they don't take the time. Not saying that they have to do their research because everybody has their own personal lives, but don't just hear something and run with it, especially after you've known a person or you watched a person up in your upbringing for a long period of time. Like if I heard something about Grimes and I know that I've been knowing him for years, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, yep, CNN said that, there was this. He fucked an elephant, so yep, you sure know. Because I know.
They gonna report what they want. He made some money.
But all it takes is the people to hear. All it takes is the people to hear something.
That's right.
And now it's just spreading like Corona.
He made some money. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
He's still making money.
You see it, you say it. He made some money.
He's still making
money. He probably made some money, but did he get what he was worth?
Do we ever in this culture, unless you own everything?
Do we ever get what we're worth?
No. That's why you need ownership.
Do we ever get that?
No. That's why you got to own shit.
And that's going to be another topic we talk about.
Well, we do have that coming up in future episodes. All right, before we let you go, because we know you are way over time, did you hear about Kanye West and his former bodyguard releasing several statements, and probably will have a book that Kanye West is super aggressive, he's mean, he's rude. When Kanye West first met him, he was told he needs to stay 10 paces behind him. You need to push elevator doors. I want my floor swept before I walk across them. Is Kanye West crazy, or is that just the norm, or is that just celebrityism, or is that diva behavior?
That reminds me of Coming to America.
I don't know. I don't really follow Kanye West.
Except my son works.
He works.
That reminds me of Coming to America.
So listen, none of this surprising me, and I actually believe this story about Kanye West's bodyguard coming out, who's going to release all these notes and books, or I don't know what is it called.
Looking for a come up.
Yeah, he'd probably sit down with TMZ and get $30,000 and say Kanye West sodomized me, or took my breakfast plate away and I couldn't eat for 3 days.
What's some inside shit you can add for an extra meal ticket?
I'll do it. Kanye West once bit my ear. I want $30,000.
Okay. Period. More than that.
So anyway, Tony, before we let you go, bro, where can we find you? What you doing next? What you working on?
I am working on producing more content. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube as Tone Bravo. That's TONEBRAZOO. Check in with your boy for some daily content. Me, motivating you and making you laugh. Period.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you join Tony B. Weezy. He's funny as fuck. He likes to eat. He's pretty and shit. So always, always, always join him. We love to support artists, whether they're in LA, Atlanta, or London. You are always welcome to the table with the Kings of the Village. Once again, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Oh my God, thank you. Shout out to Nico and Stephion for having me on the show. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are doing some wonderful things on here with the show, and keep it up.
Thank you. All right, enjoy your back ride. Bye. All right, Tony, we appreciate you. So thank you so much for being a part of that. I mean, I can answer that question if you want me to just answer that question. I definitely can answer that question. I won't. But somebody just on our live feed asked why they can't hear our guests. So if you are streaming on our live platform, like right now watching us on Instagram, the studio speakers will give us feedback in our microphone. So you would have to actually listen to the show you can either go to Google Podcasts, Google Play, iTunes, The link is in our personal bio and the show bio where you can find us. Did we mention that at the top of the show? We normally always mention where you can find us. We're streaming on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes. You can also tune into the show almost everywhere.
I would say better yet, for the person who made the comment, you can certainly call us right now at 816-266-9447. Chime in and see what we got popping.
All right, Nico. So, Nico, are you ready to go to the King's table?
I'm always ready.
right, y'all. Pull up a motherfucking seat.
Get your cigars.
Welcome inside the King's Castle. You are now officially a part of the King's Table. Nico, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man.
Boy, when I tell you we got something that you might enjoy today at this table, Nico, I think this might be a good one for you, bro.
I'm waiting. I'm excited.
All right. So, if I love her, if I love him, do you necessarily have to love they mama? Do you have to love they family? And does it matter? And Nico, more specifically for you, because I know a lot of the mamas don't tend to like the daughters versus the opposite in my community. We kind of like, oh, okay, he's cute. But sometimes that's the thing. So, do the mama have to get along with your girl? And will you still marry her if your mother says, she's a bitch, I don't like her, she ain't gonna be a part of our Christmas dinner? But you be like, but mama, I love her. What do you do?
I would still marry her.
So you are self-sufficient, you are independent.
Absolutely.
How do you make that work?
It's going to take time. Because mothers being mothers, they're going to do what they're supposed to do anyway. It's your mama. Nobody's perfect to her. For her son, for the person that she watched raised and, everything like that. But, yeah, I would still marry her, especially if she was someone of my dreams, someone that I've always, aspired to be with. And, if she made me happy and whenever we had kids, if we did have kids at the time, whatever, and she took care of her mother duties and stuff like that, I would have no problem with, being with her. And I wouldn't let my mother disturb me or say what she can say, and I wouldn't let her badmouth her either, and vice versa. I have to just find the common denominator, because it's like, listen, you not going nowhere, you clearly not going nowhere. Y'all gonna have to make up and kiss and bake cakes or something.
But what if that never fucking happens? Like, what if your mother says, I'm not coming to nothing? I don't want to see him. Don't drop your ugly grandbabies out of my house.
She would never say that.
She wouldn't. I think that bridges the gap. Yeah. But we'll talk about that in just a second, because I'm really concerned about how do you make that work. And I would really like to speak to some people to that, so they can drop some comments on our Instagram page.
Yeah, call us in real quick. 816-266-9447. Call us right now.
And we can answer your questions in a future episode about this and bring this up later, because if you want to email us and you old school like my mama, kingsofthevillage@yahoo.com too. But you can tweet also, Kings of the Ville Kings of the Ville 1 or KOV Podcast 1 as well. So we're gonna do a King's call real quick and find out some things and see.
Got my big sis Alicia in the building.
Yeah, let's talk to her.
Call her real quick and see what's going on.
And this is Alicia. We're gonna get her perspective on this particular topic right here for the King's Call and find out what the hell she's thinking, because people are chiming in right now live on our Instagram page because they want to know some stuff. So let's get Alicia on the phone. That's her name, Alicia?
Alicia,
but you got her in as Alicia.
Yeah.
That's a cute name.
Big sis.
Big sis.
Hello.
Big sis, what up?
What's up?
Not much. We live. You live with us right now at the King's Table. This is the King of the Village podcast.
How are you? I'm Stephion. Hi.
Hi.
What it is? Nico got a question for you though.
So, The conversation, the topic is, if you love a man, in your defense, if you love a man, do you have to love his mama, or do he have to love your mama, vice versa? And do it make does it matter if you guys are like together and anything of that nature? What do you think about that?
No, because his mama ain't in my house.
Talk to him.
You know, your brother Nico feels the same way. He was like, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I was just watching live.
So your thoughts? You would move forward even though she said, "Don't bring that heifer to my house. She ain't good enough, and you should have stayed with Becky and Ronisha. I don't like this bitch."
See, listen here. I had that situation before, so that don't faze me. If mama don't like me, she ain't gotta like me.
Exactly.
But she ain't the one in my bedroom.
Period.
So will you try to find a common denominator between the two? Like if she didn't like your husband. If moms didn't like your husband, or, whatever, vice versa, your husband didn't like your mom, will you try to, seal that gap? Because you know that clearly your mama's not going nowhere, and clearly he's not going nowhere for the sake of the argument. But would you try to seal that gap, or you just like, you know what, whenever Thanksgiving and all that stuff, I guess we just gonna go to your family, and then I'll take you back home when I go to my family? Like, how would that work out? Or would you make them sit down and force them to like each other because it's better for the family, better for the kids, whatever?
I mean, me knowing my family, like Thanksgiving, even if he comes, that's not the time for it, so they wouldn't say nothing. But I wouldn't force it. So if he didn't like her and she didn't like him, I'm not gonna force them to be in the same room together.
Does it matter if kids are involved? Because I think people soften up. They be like, I hate Ronisha and her ugly ass, but her kids are always welcome. Does it matter if the kids soften the blow a little bit?
A little bit, yeah, because
that don't sound convincing. So. She's like, no, it don't.
I mean, they do a little bit, but like the tension's still gonna be there between the two adults. The kid, it's not gonna affect the kid because the person's still gonna let's say the mama don't like you, don't like me, but she gonna love my kid.
Oh yeah. So, but let me ask you this: what happens with the mother not liking the daughter? Where did that dynamic? Is it like you stealing her son away from her, or is she gonna be lonely without him? Are you gonna change the man that she raised, and he gonna become somebody else? What is the shit?
That I don't know. I mean, I got a son, and he not of age for dating yet, so that I don't know. But I've had mamas not like me simply because I'm mixed. I've had mamas not like me for no reason. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's the mama. Like, I guess who the mama whoever she want to see her son with is not who the person he bring home, so she ain't gonna like that.
The person doesn't exist who she want to see him with anyway. So somebody.
What I never understood was you raised this baby to a young man. So clearly, the woman that he chooses has to have some type of connection to how he was raised.
Not always. Have you seen some of these Raishas out here?
I mean, he had to see something. Unless she just gives great head or something. I don't know. But
it's probably the head.
I'm not saying it could be that sometimes. You never know.
There's some women out here. I'm like, how did you even find this chick? Like, don't know, but her mama don't even fuck with her. So how did you end up with her? So I see why everybody hate her. But then there are some women who try so hard to get the family's buy-in that she doesn't even enjoy her own relationship. So I love that both of you and Nico said that, because me being a gay black man, I always have to be like, I'm on my own type 2 feet. So I don't give a damn if you fucks with me or not. Listen, I definitely have been through my share of parents not liking me or like, you're the one who made my son gay. I'm like, no, he was sucking dick before me. That didn't just start this year or this hour. He's been doing it in the back of the club. So that's not new.
I'm weak.
So I understand what that dynamic is, and it's definitely hard when a family doesn't identify their person as being gay. And then when you show, like when I show up, I make it real, because now it's a face like, oh, my son is really with a whole man, and then when they can't find nothing on me, like, oh, he's got a great career, he's got, a good credit score, he has all his teeth. He's a person, but what can we find wrong with him? And I think they do that on the straight side. It's like she has a great career, she's doing all this, but we just don't like this hoe.
Like, she got her own business.
Right.
Nobody cares about that.
You know what I mean? She's an entrepreneur. She's a boss.
Yeah.
It's one time that she made her son eat broccoli. My son don't eat broccoli. Well, bitch, he eat mine. And then she gonna never like you from the get. So we just wanted to get a woman's take, your perspective, and you being a beautiful mixed girl. I'm sure that ain't the only reason. I'm sure you just showing up sometime is the problem.
Some people can be intimidated by that because they don't even get a chance to like get to know you. They just instantly don't like you.
That is definitely true.
Yeah.
People haven't liked you just because I'm me or because somebody.
You come off and you confident. They be like, "Oh, she thinks she all that."
Yeah.
Like, no, I didn't even say nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
I just want to make him a meatloaf.
Yeah.
Right. I just came to say what's up, and because I walked
Some
in.
people's confidence bother people.
Tell me about it.
Oh my God, don't I know
Tell me
that?
about it.
Imagine being us, me and Nico.
Tell me about it.
And we show up together, we don't give zero.
I'm talking about we just having a great time.
Great time and just living and
Popping
drinking.
bottles, all that.
I literally just brushed my teeth and you mad at me. Like, I did nothing.
Right. I wasn't even supposed to be here.
You know what? I will tell you about this, and I guess we're getting off topic, but it is about the likability. And I think sometimes if you love yourself too much, people don't appreciate that. They are offended by your blackness. They're offended by how loud and aggressive and you are proud. Like, I think people just have a problem with your presence sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you doing right now? You cooking? What's going on in your household? What you doing?
I'm actually at my sister's house. I'm eating.
You got on the phone with us eating. What you eating?
I mean, we went and got 54th Street.
Ooh, what's that?
That's a classic. 54th Street.
Oh, I haven't been there forever. I didn't even know they were open. They open?
It's a bar and grill.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. It's like an upscale Applebee's. I know what it is.
Everything's starting to open up now.
This little dude I met online told me that thought he was doing something. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Y'all got napkins and not linen.
They got some fire little appetizers and
it's good.
margaritas and stuff.
I put them on the same scale as Hula Heads, but Hula Heads is a little prettier on the inside, but their food ain't that great.
Well, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, me and my ex really, really liked it, and he got me fucking with it, so it was all right. Now, what'd you say you was eating there? You eating chicken wings?
Nah, I got the little appetizer plate. So I got quesadilla, buffalo wings, mozzarella stick.
Oh, yeah. But you notice how people always eat around us and don't bring us nothing.
That's like the president platter.
Yeah. Oh, can't afford it. I'm glad I ain't dating her. I'm gonna say to my dudes who pay for me. Well, we're gonna let you eat. Next time we're gonna bring you on to talk about more some conversation about some other stuff, because the next topic, Alicia, we're getting into is, can gay men have straight friends like I do and be okay with it? Because people are always assuming y'all gotta be touching. You ain't never sucked on his dick. Why can't gay men have straight friends, or straight men have gay friends, and vice versa? Because now there's a new movement of people calling straight boys with gay friends the DL friendship movement. And I don't like it, Leisha. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's stupid. I think it's tragic. I think it's irresponsible and dangerous.
I agree.
But she said, I'm just eating my wings. I don't give a damn about y'all gay boys.
Nah, for real, you just gotta be strong-minded coming from the straight standpoint. You gotta be strong-minded. You gotta know who you are as a person. You gotta know what you're trying to accomplish. And better yet, you understand you guys' friendship.
Oh, yeah.
You understand your brotherhood. You understand what y'all both trying to accomplish. Because I stand up for any of my gay friends any time of the week, any time of the day, any time of the second.
Shout out to the gay friends. I'm the gay friend, by the way.
Right, I was just about to say, you're gay.
Oh, you hanging with him? Like, yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
And we also have 13 business together. He also makes quadruple as much as you. You'll never have his credit score.
Here's the problem, though. It does
start not even have to do with that, but I just start running things down. It's like the point I'm proving is none of that matters.
Yeah, but even if I had $3 million in the bank, if I'm gay, I'm trash. It doesn't matter. People they see, like, your blackness to some people is a problem. You even if you were one of the so-called good niggers, you are still problematic just because of your blackness. And I'm problematic just because of my gayness and my blackness, and I'm loud as hell. And then I just happen to have a little money in my wallet. So they are threatened by me when I show up.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with women. So
poor women.
Yes.
if you an entrepreneur, you got your own business, or you got a kid, and you know they wanna write your narrative. Oh, she ain't gonna last, or are you spending time with your kid?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing this? Are you doing that? How are you able to do this? Like, have you brushed your teeth today? Why are you worried about what I'm doing?
People always be in my business. Always.
How'd you get this clientele? And she has a ridiculous amount of clientele. I'm talking about top tier.
Lisha, what you do?
Go ahead. Tell them what you do,
hair.
where they can find you.
I braid hair. I book Alicia Renee on Instagram and Facebook.
Gang.
She did my hair, by the way.
Braids.
I didn't know.
She said mostly braids. Yeah. Mostly braids.
I do mostly braids, but I do everything. So I went to cosmetology school. I know how to do everything.
All right, mama. All right.
I'm not just your kitchen braider.
Now,
exactly.
Well, I'm gonna get a quick weave. I'm gonna come in. I want a front. I want a bang, but I want a quick weave for Pride season because Pride season is coming up June, July, August. So I'm gonna talk to you off air about a quick weave, but I want a purple and lavender ponytail. So we'll talk after the show, okay? Go ahead and eat your nasty wings and shit, or your presidential platter. It is a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate your take on the mama experience, why my mama don't like me experience, and the gay friendship. Thank you again for joining us. I appreciate you.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, sis. I'll holler at you.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right, Nico. Check this out. Let me turn this down so you can hear all this.
I don't understand. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm going to cut you off.
Well, I mean, for me, like, I know that when it comes to sex, regardless of how good the sex is with one person, like, I know there's going to get to a point where I'm going to want sex from from another source. And it's not anything against you. It's just that I like to have variety. I like for there to be something different. You know, so regardless of whether it's just, you know, inviting somebody else into our bed or, you know, whatever case may be, not even necessarily our bed, but, you know, even if we go and mess around with somebody else, like, that's something that I completely feel like I would need. And it's like not the fact that I'm trying to
need, like, you're not going to fall out and die if you don't get to have sex with everyone that you find attractive.
That's true. That's true. I'm not. But at the same time, I know how I am, and monogamy is just something that I've never, like, I've been throwing monogamy off the table. Like, I've never.
So this was a Twitter couple explaining that we're going to bring, well, one of the people, I'm not going to mention names because that's their business, but I did want to talk about this before we got out of here today, because there are a lot of couples who are bombarded with this where somebody just, you know, they don't say this initially. They'll be like, you know what, I've been with you a year, and now I'm ready to do new things. I don't want to cheat on you, so I want to tell you, I want to bring somebody into the bed. So now, I am stuck with dealing with somebody being in our bed. I am stuck, or possibly losing my man, or possibly him cheating on me if I don't agree to what he just presented to me. So this particular couple said, you know what? I like variety. I like this. Now, had he said, well, you knew this at the beginning and you just decided, Nico, to say, okay, I'm still be with this person, then that's on you. Then you can't turn your back because you know this nigga liked having 3 women a week or 3 dudes a week. But if you hit me over the head after 3 years of being in a relationship with you, and then you say, you know what, well, I like variety, I'm getting bored in this, then you need to just go ahead and dump me. Unless you're a freak like me and say, okay, cool, shorty, let's do this. Let's go and bring some extras in there. Let's bring your cousin to our bedroom.
Right.
Let's bring your sister to our bedroom.
So we got a call coming in that want to chime in.
All right, they can do that. You can put them on the mic. Put them on the mic. What they say? And who is this?
Yo.
What it is?
Can you hear me?
We can.
Of course we can.
Talk to us.
So what's up? This is Evian.
What it is?
How you doing?
I was calling this thing that I was talking about tonight so I could tap in.
Well, we're talking about this particular couple that went on Twitter saying, well, his partner, one of them is not with the shit, but the other one said, I like variety and I want to introduce some people into our bed. I want to bring some new people in our relationship. And it wasn't discussed prior. So would you be open to that? Or you freaking enough to say, okay, babe, let's do that? Or you be like, you got to go kick rocks because that's cheating.
Okay, so my whole thing is, I don't have a problem like with the whole polyamorous thing, but you're not just gonna go talk to somebody else and then bring them to our bedroom. You know what I'm saying? If we establish something with this person together, if we go out and speak things together, then I'm cool with that because I'm a freak. But you're not just gonna bring somebody to me, you know what I'm saying, and then think that we're gonna just be cohesive with each other because it doesn't work like that.
Right, like who is this person? Where did you meet them from?
Right. I just don't think like humans work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like even if, like I said, we could be together 10 years, you're just not gonna bring a random person to me and think that, you know what I'm saying, this is gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that the couple was publicized like a lie, and I just think that social media kind of gassed them a little bit.
So after that conversation, would that be a deal breaker, or would it be something that y'all have to slowly work out? Would you like, you know what? I feel like I'm good enough. If you don't feel like I'm good enough, then you know what? We should just take a break. Or do you feel like, you know what? Let me think this through.
Like, I guess like me, I think I'm different because I have like really high self-confidence. I don't think that you're bringing this other person into the mix because I'm incompetent or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You just might want to add something spicy to the party. You know what I'm saying?
But do that not tell a lot about you?
What do you mean?
What if he's looking for something, or he's having a soul search that you're not fulfilling?
Now,
and that's why he's
like,
looking for that, or
like
that's why she's looking for that.
Something like that. Now, I definitely agree with you there. That would be something that we would have to discuss like fully all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Because being like sex and soul searching is two totally different things. If you want to bring this person into our relationship, that's different than bringing them into our bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my whole only thing with it. Like I said, I'm in a polyamorous shit. I'm in a threesome, stuff like that. But you're just not gonna go talk to this person, establish a relationship with them, and then come in.
Okay. I couldn't agree more with that but I'm like you when you were initially talking about how did you meet this person, like, or are we going to introduce these people into the relationship together? Because that's a big deal to me. Long as you don't, because I can be a big freak too, so I'm not scared of none of that. But the minute you got secrets like, who's Kayvon and how long have you known this dude? Because now you want to bring your boyfriend into our relationship. So we need to, I think as long as you could, if you can communicate and we can talk, I'm good. Because I don't, like, I'm like you, I'm a big enough freak that I can do anything at least 6 times. So I'm good with that.
But it has to make sense.
Always. And they have to be clean.
It has to have some type of cohesiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And be clean.
So once again, we want to thank you for calling in. Thank you for giving your opinion. Let them know where they can find you at. What's your name again?
And I think he got a podcast, right?
Yeah, my name is Evian. I have a podcast called Mindfuck. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, and a couple other little
gang.
things. I'm gonna post it on y'all. I'm gonna send y'all the link, and I want y'all to send y'all. Well, actually, I have y'all's link, so I'm gonna post y'all's too.
Yeah, and I think I just learned that y'all was voted like something like Podcast of the Year or something. Y'all were nominated.
Yeah, for Kansas City People's Choice, we were nominated. We didn't make the final round, but we were nominated. We've always been online like maybe 6 months.
That's dope.
That's dope. Congratulations. That is super dope.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. I didn't even know you was out there listening. I guess I got to pay attention to the feeds and the grams.
I was definitely tuned in. I see that you wanted to go live, but I said, no, go ahead and call us in because I didn't want to disrupt
he had me pass in. Lee had me pass in. I appreciate that.
Gang. Watching for, up and coming people doing big things. Congratulations once again on being a nominee for KC Podcast of the Year. Let them know once again where they can find your podcast, where they can find you on Instagram, what you got up next. Tell us what's going on.
Again, we're called Mindfuck. It's spelled with a PH instead of an S. But we're doing podcasts every week. Our podcast is basically over mental health in all communities, whether it's gay, straight, black, white. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to help people, especially during this pandemic. So, again, we're called Mindfuck with a PH. So hit us up on everything. All you have to do is search Mindfuck and we'll come up.
We're going to go on your show and talk nasty. So I hope it's a freaky show.
Yeah, and we want you to come on and we're going to come and be a visitor as well. So we're going to definitely collab at some point.
Yes, but I want to talk a lot of sex and trash and sex.
I can't wait.
All right, have a perfect evening. Good night.
You too. All right.
Bye. All right, so you can join in on the conversation at
816-266-9447.
All right, before we get out of here, if I didn't do it enough, I will always do it again. You can join us on all these social media platforms. We're on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. If you're old, email us, goddammit.
Oh, yeah, we there, baby.
kingsofthevillage@yahoo.com. Our Instagram page is loaded. We're going to bring you more content on there. Nico's going to be sharing all kind of stuff. We're almost at 10,000 downloads.
Let's go. And we only in episode 6, baby.
That's what I'm trying to goddamn say. Also,
stop playing with us.
So you can look for some podcast party coming up. We are strategizing about how we're going to reopen the world. As the world reopens, we're going to reopen as well. We got pool parties at Nico's house. Exclusive invites only, where all you do is show up in a bikini and some thongs and little draws, and we bring the liquor and the caviar.
Oh, it's going to be popping.
All right, so before we get out of here, listen.
And make sure y'all follow our Instagram page at KOV Podcast 1.
Please do. Please do. All right, Nico, coming up on the next episode at the King's table inside the King's Castle, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, but one particular thing I want y'all to look forward to is, Nico, why the fuck do we put people on a pedestal, and then when they don't deliver what we think they should have delivered, we are let the fuck down?
High expectations.
All right, Nico, go ahead and take us home like you always do.
Well, like always, you know we going through this pandemic, so I want all y'all to stay safe, wash your hands, take a shower. Although these are the things you should be doing. Stay prayed up. Take this time to be with your family, your loved ones. Come out with a business. Come out mentally, spiritually prepared. And just do your thing, man. You know what I mean? We take 2 steps back to take 10 steps forward. It's all how you look at it. It's a mindset. Gang. This is the King of the Village podcast, baby.
Peace.